Good morning, everybody. It's Retta's Recovery Reminders. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, beautiful day and they feel great. If not, fix it. Starts up here. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are loved. Let me just get that out of the way. Everybody is worthy. Everybody has a place. We're all meant to be here. If we weren't, we wouldn't. I mean, duh. Anyway, today is January 10th, I believe. Yes, it is January 10th. And it's snowing. We're having a lot of snow up here, and it's cold, and I'm stuck inside. Can't get into the woods, and that's my church. And I really miss it. I get a little anxious during the winter. And in recovery, anxious is not a really good thing. But my yoga, my meditation, and I listen to constant positivity. Like, I don't listen to anything that I used to. I don't listen to normal. I don't watch stupid shows anymore. I don't do any of that. I'm not caught up in any of it. I don't listen to normal music. And I know that that's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not saying that you should do it. Everybody has their own path that they need to travel. But you need to be at a place where you can accept what you know you need for you. And that's like where you have to get. It's okay. We all have needs, and we all want things that, we want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the world has made us feel like, well, if I'm not like so-and-so, or if, that's just not true. Everybody is a unique, construct. We're all made up of a bunch of different patterns that we learned through the things that we have been through in our life. Not everybody has been through the same things. Not everybody has had a loving childhood. We have all been through what we've been through. But the fact is, now that we are adults, we have choices to learn better ways to communicate, to express ourselves, to, be in society, because there's just no getting around that. We are a part of a world, which is, community, family, whatever. We are a part of a tribe. And the way that this world teaches us is not really beneficial to that paradigm. It actually, teaches the opposite, okay? We're taught that, everything is black and white, and it is, and it's really not. It's so nuanced, and there's little parts of yourself that you might not always understand until you get in there and look, oh, where did that come from? And if you realize, okay, I'm having these feelings, where did it come from? Especially if you don't like them. This is how I fixed. When someone in my life would try to start an argument with me, and I was done arguing. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not getting us anywhere. Stop. Stop. And I had to realize that it was my part that I had to change. So I did. I stopped responding in anger and, anything but love and compassion. And of course, that probably didn't go over very well, but I don't care. It was what I needed to regulate my nervous system, to bring my nervous system back into balance, to where I felt like I had my safe place. And if you're in a relationship where you're constantly getting triggered into fight or flight, it's not good. It's abuse, and it can really mess with your mind. And that's, what I had to realize. I'm responsible for being there, for allowing myself to be treated like that, for making people think that they could treat me like that. That is all on me. And I take that responsibility 100%. I now know that if you don't like the way someone's treating you, leave. Like, period. There's, the thing is with relationships, it's really hard. And I feel like men do this on purpose for some reason because they weren't taught the right way. I don't want to get into that. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys. There's always more. Okay, it's the beginning of Until Today, and I was reading it this morning, and I was like, wow, that's really good. Let me share that with the world. Anybody who watches, anybody else in recovery, I want to share what has helped for me because I don't know. I've been called to do it, so I'm doing it. I am being spirit-led, and I am actually listening. Anyway, okay. If by chance no one has told you that they love you today, I would be honored to be the first to say, I love you today. I love you because you are and have been willing to grow. And how you have grown. You've grown from struggling to searching, from trying to do to learning how to do. You've grown from fear to having faith, to demonstrating your courage. You have grown in many ways, consistently demonstrating your willingness and courage to take the next step. The step towards the profound and divine wisdom buried within yourself. The step toward knowing more about yourself. This is exactly why I love you. You are so profoundly divine. Growth is a very profound experience. It can be beautiful and ugly, empowering and confining, thought-provoking and mind-boggling, pleasant and unpleasant at the same time. Just when you think you've got it, life seems to say, well now, take this, and doesn't it? And you do. Then the minute you are ready to throw your hands up, give up, and beat yourself up for doing the same thing in the same way and ending up in the same place again, you realize you haven't done so badly after all. You know you have grown when you can meet a challenge, an obstacle, or difficulty without actually losing it. Somehow, some way, in the growth process, you have come upon the understanding that the more you grow, the more you know, the more you are encouraged to grow and know. That's true. There is more of you waiting to unfold. There is more about the world you desire to understand. There are more people coming into your life, and you are gaining more knowledge about yourself through your experiences with them. There is so much more, so much new information coming your way that you are continually being reminded that you owe it to yourself to do all you can to prepare yourself to receive these new insights. There is so much more wealth, well-being, peace, and joy waiting for you because I love you. I want the very best for you. Offering you this book is a demonstration of my support and prepare for the work and blessings that are to come. I want to tell you a story. You know, I always have to tell at least one story, and this is it. In preparing for this upcoming event, I don't want to go into this. Okay. Anyway, the landscape of myself. As I pondered my own response to this assignment, I came to the realization that there are 3 very different aspects of myself that I could describe. The question that became, which aspect do I describe? Which part and how much of myself do I choose to reveal? Life is so wonderful, and it is always offering us the opportunity to get it together. So I decided to come clean and, as honestly as possible, describe all 3 selves, and that I have more that I have now come to know. These selves make up the landscape. I'm sorry, I need to move that. Make up the landscape of me, and I am working to transform. that I am devoted to transforming. The landscape of me varies in its appearance depending on who you are, where you stand in life, and how you choose to present yourself. First, there is the self that usually appears in discussions like these. The self that I want others to see. The self of magic mountain peaks and verdant meadows. This is the self of strength and power. This is the self of educational and career accomplishments, leadership skills, and the demonstrated commitment to service. This is the public self, the one I struggle to hold on to. Then there is the self that does not want to be revealed. It wants to hide. This is the landscape of weakness. There are many valleys and few peaks in this self. This self encompasses my secret thoughts and beliefs about who I am. This is the self that I do not share with others. This is the self I travel with in times of darkness, times of fear, through experiences of worthlessness and hopelessness. Yet I have come to recognize that this self guides me to the places of my truest teachings, learning, and growth. In the landscape of this self, the topography includes places like the swamp of self-deception, overflowing with waters of dishonesty, steaming with the fog of selfishness, and reeking with the stench of egoism. Venomous snakes of procrastination, laziness, and lack of self-discipline breed here frequently. Quite often, they threaten to eat me alive. Ain't that the truth? Nearby lies the valley of self-doubt. The valley is littered with huge boulders of fear, formed from anxiety about failing, held in place by pebbles of insecurity. The ground is dry and parched from long droughts of shame and guilt. Nothing grows in this valley. It is littered with weeds of limitation and lack. Yuck. The desert of anger surrounds the valley of self-doubt. It is heated by the unrelenting sun of self-hatred and resentment that gives rise to the hot winds of resistance, disobedience, competitiveness, and arrogance. These winds create sandstorms of jealousy, meanness, and envy. It must suck. There are places in this landscape that cannot be seen by the viewer. These are the underground caverns and caves of not good enough and not worthy of good that run beneath the swamps and valleys and deserts. These caverns underlie all of the self-destructive, non-productive scenes. It is only recently that I discovered just how deeply these caverns and caves extend into my life. It is on this foundation I have stood most of my life until today. During this process, I found it extremely interesting that while I am able to identify the weakness in such grand detail, I am challenged in identifying the strengths. There is, however, a third realm in the landscape of self. It is not new, but it is a place I am just beginning to know and accept. The third landscape is the place of beauty. Inspiring scenery, scenes of dreams and aspirations. It feels new to me because I have wallowed in the swamp of self-deception for far too long. Amen. Ain't that the truth? Visited the cave of not good enough too often. So often, in fact, that I have lost sight of my right to dream the dreams and inspire the goals that I created for myself. I now stand boldly in this new land, dreaming joy-filled dreams and devoted to their realization. I now seek lush, sunlit hillsides, terraces of hope, sandy white beaches of confidence, floral gardens of self-love, and mountains of faith. In my ability to have it all, in this new place of dreams, I am singing and dancing with delight, visiting breathtaking sights of peace as I walk on the abandoned, wealthy earth talking to God in the silence, I now see myself learning new things, teaching new things, creating objects of beauty, loving others, and being loved passionately. Most of all, I see myself in a landscape of happiness. I am just as I am, and I become, I am. And as I become, I am. In the landscape of dreams, there is a horizon of aspiration. The aspirations are becoming clearer in this new third self. I see myself as a teacher, not of the former self, but a new, true self. I am a teacher willing to support others in their quest to connect with God. As I learn and teach myself, I will share with others. I will teach the process that is written in the curriculum guide of the heart, as I have learned it by walking through the desert, the swamp, the cave, coming to a place of rest at the beach of devotion, in the gardens of dreams. Isn't it amazing that we go so many dark places to find the light we've always had? Isn't that the truth? I ran from myself only to find myself through seeking to help others. I see myself with more clarity now, and I am devoted to use what God gave me in order to achieve what I desire, and I offer myself the greatest good of the planet. To this, I am devoted. That is really good. And it goes on and talks about devotion, but I want to stop there because I want to talk about how sometimes we have to go to these dark places in order to find the light within us. And I resisted for most of my life, my light. You know, I knew it was there, but it was like, no, I don't know. I didn't know what to do with it, I think. I didn't know what, and I was confused by what this world was telling me. And it is only when we, get quiet within ourselves that we are able to connect with ourselves. And it is only through connecting with my higher self that I was able to get out of the patterns that I thought were me. They weren't. They were just patterns that I was stuck in. We all have the choice every day to get out of the destructive patterns that we have accepted as normalcy. And it's not normal. The life that we live in this country, America, is not anywhere close to normal. And it is constant distraction after distraction after distraction on the outside of us to keep us from seeing our true value, basically. And until you're able to get right with your heart and your mind in connection and balance, like you're gonna chase dreams that aren't yours, basically. That's what I did. I chased dreams that weren't mine. I tried to accept and adapt to things that weren't mine. And it was probably one of the greatest lessons in my life. Trying to change yourself to be worthy of someone else's love or to get someone else's love is the most destructive thing you can do to your life and yourself. It's something I will never again do, but I am grateful for the lessons that I learned through the experience. And I will continue to live my life in gratitude and love every single day. I want everybody to just be blessed and just keep that connection with your heart space and radiate it. Like I hold love and for everyone, that's what everyone needs. Everyone needs love. And we're all so shortchanged on it in this realm. It's all right here though. Give it to yourself first. Everybody be blessed. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Peace.